One crucial bit of advice: protective style, and protective style. You will have so many more important things to do when that baby comes along. You will not have time to do your hair. Hello, it's Layefa. How are you? I want to talk you through my experience of having natural hair and being pregnant, and some of the things that I've learned. I might be preaching to the choir, but I just want to share some of my experiences, what I learned and what I would suggest for you with your natural hair. Now, if this is your first baby that you're about to have, fine, great, enjoy it while it lasts. Rock all those hairstyles, do all the fun things that you would do with your hair normally, that's great. And the beauty of that is when you're pregnant, your body releases these hormones. Generally speaking, your hair sheds a lot less when you are pregnant. So you grow really long nails, your hair grows really well, all the good things related to hair and nails. That's what happens with you whilst you're pregnant. Now, if this is your first baby, as I said, that's fine. Enjoy your hair while you can. But if this is your second baby, third baby, then you already have a vague idea of where I'm going with this. But you should start thinking about protective styling towards the end of your pregnancy when you're going to deliver, and also maybe the first 3 months of your baby being born. I say that because if this is your first baby, it's going to be a huge shock to your system. Your lifestyle is going to completely change. You find yourself letting go of yourself unwillingly. You've been preparing for this baby for so long, and then your hair is literally the last thing on your plate. You won't have time to have a bath, let alone blow dry your hair or do a twist out. It's just not going to happen. So I suggest doing protective styles. My preferred go-to style are braids or twists like the ones I've got in here. I'm not pregnant, but this is just like my go-to style for life. It's a great style because you wake up in the morning and you still look cute. It's a get up and go, and you'll need a lot of get up and go looks when even putting on makeup can turn into a bit of a drag. And you want to do anything that will make your life easier when you have a newborn. So braids, twists, cornrows, things that involve little to no manipulation, at least for the first 3 months while you get used to new baby and seeing how things pan out. Sort of work out the balance in your life right now. So it could happen in the first year or maybe a year after. You'll find that your hair is shedding in clumps and lumps, and that's what happened to me. I was going through postpartum shedding, and that was very discouraging in itself. So I definitely wanted to protective style because I just didn't want to see my hair. It was upsetting me having these huge clumps of hair just falling out my hair. And yes, even when you protective style, you'll have even more clumps of hair coming out because your hair naturally sheds every day anyway. Your hair will be shedding excessively on top of that because you're going through postpartum shedding. Don't worry, it will grow back, just give it time. For me, I found it best to just put my hair in protective styles. At some point I just started just wearing my natural hair in twists. This is fine, but I can imagine if you still want to look cute and put together, like find ways to style your hair where you still look put together, then maybe twists are not for you unless you find a way to kind of slick down your edges. And if you're just going to work, then cool. Also, if your hair is in a protective style at the first sort of 2 to 3 months, you may not even notice that you're going through postpartum shedding, but maybe once you take out that style, it just feels like a shock and horror of your life. I'm here to tell you, don't worry, it will grow back. Just keep on top of your whatever your normal hair routine is in between your protective styles. Just keep on top of that. Make sure that your hair is moisturized and your scalp is healthy. Now I think back, I should have been like, as I'm doing one protective style, I should be thinking of or making an appointment for the next protective style, because pretty much throughout all my pregnancies there was a time when I looked like a hot mess because when you have kinkier, coilier hair, if your hair is not, it's such high maintenance. If it's not well maintained, if there's one slip up and you just fall off balance with your routine, it shows and you just look not very put together. In hindsight, when I look back, I should have rocked protective style after protective style. The reason I didn't do that is because I wanted to feel my hair. I wanted to play with my hair. And, you know, sometimes you get a thing of like, is it loose hair syndrome when you just want your hands in your hair. I honestly just suggest wig, weaves and braids all the way until you can find a balance. What you do is after each protective style, you prolong the gaps in between. So maybe it would be a few days, then after the next protective style it will be a week, and then after that next protective style it will be a couple of weeks, and then after that it will be a month. Do you know, just so that you get used to it until you're able to handle. You don't want to turn into the baseball cap brigade, whereby every time you're doing a school run or you're doing a play date or whatever it is that you're doing, you've just got a baseball cap on and your hair is hidden underneath that because you haven't had a chance to do your hair, you just don't have time, or you just let yourself go. In my case, I was constantly wearing headscarves, and if you've watched my vlogs or you follow me for a while, you'd be very aware from some of my old videos, like I'd constantly wear a headscarf, and it got to a point where people in the morning, they were saying salam alaikum to me because they thought I was Muslim. It had become so like normal to them to see me constantly in a headscarf. Make sure you have those hair appointments ready. Make sure you have childcare ready. So if daddy's going to be on daddy duty for the baby, make sure he's prepared that this is time for you, just for you to look in the mirror. It will definitely make you feel better about yourself. Like, having a baby is a big change in general. You just want anything that will make your life easier, do it. And that especially goes for your hair as well. I would love any of you to comment below some of the suggestions that you have in terms of hair care when you are pregnant or when you've just given birth. I would definitely say this was a go-to. Braids up like this, and I just have it up in a bun out of the way. I wouldn't wear big hoops because this could be a hazard with little baby hands coming up and pulling your ears out. Do give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you've made it to the end and you haven't subscribed, don't be rude, hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I pop up with a new video. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Until my next video, think smart, work hard and make it happen. Bye.